You live a little life of Riley here, look, nice, beautiful island. You don't have a care in the world. You don't realize destruction is coming. World War III is on the brinks. The wars in Israel today, because that's not the real Jews over there. Let me show you that. Luke 21:24. Luke 21:24. Christ prophesied that another race would take your place. Luke 21 verse 24.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They, meaning the Israelites, shall fall by the edge of the sword. The white man conquered us by the edge of the sword. Read.
And shall be led away captives into all nations.
And shall be led away captive, that means slavery, into all nations.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Who's in Jerusalem?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Who's in Jerusalem today?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
For how long?
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the time that Christ comes back. So those people over there are not the Jews. You don't see all the murder they're doing to the Palestinians? Y'all don't got a problem with that? Dropping bombs, killing women and babies, boys, and those are God's people? Those are not God's people. Christ just told you that the real Israelites were going to slavery. Read it again. We are going to read that again.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So Christ said the real Israelites would go into captivity, and the Gentiles would take over Jerusalem. So who's those people over there? Gentiles. Christ calls them something else. Give me Revelation 2:9. I said statement earlier. I said the white man's the devil. Can I prove that? Am I saying that out of racism? I'm saying it because Jesus said it. Revelation chapter 2 verse 9.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So Christ is speaking to the real Jews. That's you and me. I know your works and tribulation and poverty. This is poverty. The people of God would have a lot of works in the earth, meaning slavery. That's the works. Read it again.
I know thy works and tribulation.
Tribulation is they used to kill us wantonly. They used to kill us. Go ahead.
And poverty.
This is poverty. So the children of God would have much works in slavery. We would go through tribulation and be poor. Read.
But thou art rich.
Why are we rich? Because all the promises in the Bible for the 12 tribes of Israel. You're spiritually rich, but you must return to who you truly are. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
And let's read that slow. And I know the blasphemy. Blasphemy means wicked lies. Read it again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Of them, that's these people. They're the ones in Israel saying that they're the Jews. White people saying they are the Jews. Who are they?
And are not.
What did Jesus say?
And are not.
Christ said they're not the Jews.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
But are the synagogue of what?
Of Satan.
Satan is another name for the devil. So Jesus Christ is calling these people that say that they're you, the synagogue of Satan. That's the devil. And the next verse is going to make it more clear. Read again. Read the next verse. Verse 10.
Verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Fear none of those things which we suffer as a people.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
The devil, meaning the white man, cast some of us into prison. The spiritual demon wasn't coming down saying, "Woo, I'm going to throw you in prison." It was the white man. He's the one that incarcerated our mothers and fathers. He's the one that put yokes of iron on our necks. He's the one that did that. Now chapter 3, verse 9.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
So Christ said he's going to make those people that claim to be Jews and are not. He said, I'm going to make them come and bow to your feet. Why? Because we are the people of God. Now Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Christ warned us about breaking the commandments. How do we get salvation? Matthew 19. 16. Didn't even go there. Listen good. How do we get salvation? Here in Solomon Island.
The book of Matthew 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So the question we all should ask, what do we got to do to get the kingdom of heaven? Let's see if it's any of these things these people teach. Let's see.
And he said unto them, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God.
Meaning God the Father. Read.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
What do we got to do for salvation? Keep the commandments. Have these people taught you all to keep the commandments? No! Because everybody out here, I'm looking at you. You're breaking the Sabbath day. These people have done nothing but lie to you. Why? So when Christ returns, not only will the white man be destroyed, you all will too. Because you're following these people, the children of the devil. Let's go back. Matthew 24, verse 4 again.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
So Christ warned us. Take heed that nobody deceive you.
For many shall come in my name, saying,
Many shall come in my name. 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 That's the Roman Catholics. That's the Baptists, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostals, Mormons, so forth and so on. Anglicans.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Have you all been deceived? Yes, jump down to verse 9. Watch this.
Matthew 24, verse 9.
I want to hear wars and rumors of wars. It's right there.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Are we hearing of wars today? Yes. You got Ukraine versus Russia. You got Palestine versus those fake Israelis. You got North Korea against South Korea. Read it again.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Christ said, don't be troubled at that, though.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Christ said the end ain't yet. Why? Because he would send his prophets out to warn you before the end comes.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
We're seeing that today.
And there shall be famines and pestilences.
There shall be famine, meaning food shortage, and pestilence. What was COVID-19? A pestilence. A pestilence. You're living in Bible times and you don't even realize it.
Right.
Everything the Bible warned you about is taking place, but these people's job has been to lie to you. So you don't realize that even COVID-19 is mentioned in the Bible. Read it again what Christ said.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes, was that it? Give me Isaiah 29 and 6. He said earthquakes would be in many places. When you read Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6, watch this.
Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts.
You shall be visited of the Lord of hosts.
With thunder.
With thunder.
And with earthquakes.
With earthquakes.
And great noise.
And great noise.
With storms.
With storms.
And tempests.
And tempests, that's tornadoes.
And the flame of devouring fire.
And the flame of devouring fire. What is that prophetic to? Read the beginning of that verse again.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts.
That's the Lord sending his angels. That's the Lord sending his angels. Now I made a statement. I said the people of Solomon Island are the Israelites. We just read some curses that happened to the Israelites. Give me Isaiah 11 and 10. Because you say, no, aren't we the Gentiles? You live like Gentiles. You dress like Gentiles. You conduct yourself like Gentiles. But are you really Gentiles? Let's see.
Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek.
So the Gentiles would seek to God's ensign. This is the ensign, the Bible. Christ is the root of Jesse. He comes in the volume of the book. So the prophecy says the Gentiles would seek to this book. Let's see who it's talking about.
And his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
What does it mean, recover his people from captivity the second time? The first time was under Moses, when God delivered all 12 tribes. The second time will be by the Lord Jesus Christ. He will return and deliver us from whatever island, whatever countries, whatever continents we're on. Read again.
The Lord, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
So there's some Israelites that's in modern day Assyria, that's Turkey.
And from Egypt.
That's in Africa, there's Israelites there in Africa.
And from Pathros.
That's Sudan, there's Israelites there.
And from Cush.
Cush, that's Ethiopia, there's Israelites in Ethiopia.
And from Elam.
Elam, that's India, there's Israelites in India.
And from Shinar.
Shinar is Iraq, there's Israelites there, they call them Afro-Iraqis.
And from Hamath.
That's Syria.
And from the islands of the sea.
Where else would the Israelites be?
The islands of the sea.
What is this place called? The Solomon Islands. So what is God telling us? There's Israelites in Solomon Islands. The islands of Melanesia. The Fiji Islands. There's Israelites throughout all the Pacific Islands. So we know who you are. But these people never taught you that. These people never taught you that you're the Israelites. At all. Read.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
You're the outcasts of Israel. We all are the outcasts of Israel. Why were we outcasts? Because we broke all the commandments. Like we do today. We're still breaking the commandments. We're outcasts from God. That's why Christ had to come and die for us. To bring us back to the Father. Read it again.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
So Israel is scattered to the four corners of the earth. So the Israelites, what did we just prove there? That those people in the land of Israel are not the Jews.